What is up, guys? It is officially 1 year later since the Batman has hit theaters. Now, on March 1st, I did get access to seeing the Batman in IMAX. It was like a fan screening, but when it finally premiered on, well, today, March 3rd, I went a total of 4 times after that in theaters of seeing this movie. You guys already know, I thought it was a masterpiece and I really enjoyed it. Now, fast forward about like 4 months later, 3 months later, it comes out on streaming or 4K Blu-ray, and I have to say I've watched this film over 10 times now coming into 2023. And we already know that the Batman is nominated for a couple Academy Awards, visual effects, makeup, and sound effects or sound design, something like that. Not a score, but give my personal opinion, when the 4K Blu-ray did come out, I think that actually enhanced my viewing experience for it, because I watched it about 6 times on 4K ever since it came out, and I'd say that enhanced my viewing experience. But guys, let's talk about it. It's a year later. What holds up for the film, what doesn't hold up for the film, and overall, is it still a good film? Sometimes films change over time in people's opinions that, oh, it was really good when it came out, but then it was shit. For an example, Justice League. I forced myself to like it, and then after it came out on Blu-ray, this was not good. But anyways, this film, you guys already know, is a 3-hour runtime, and it does take some dedication to sit down, watch, and rewatch. But when you finally do, you get really immersed into this film right away. But I will say, however, I've noticed some points in the film that really, especially I'd say in the second half of the second act, drag, really. And the film is already a slow movie overall, but it drags a little bit too much for my taste, and it goes on for about 15 minutes of this dragging, but then eventually it gets right back on track and starts picking it up. That's personally my negative with this film, is that the little bit of dragging, because like you guys know, right from the start, the film starts off very immersive, getting you feeling the awesomeness of this Gotham City. You really feel that character of Gotham City in this film, and you already know though it's going to be a slow, immersive film, but definitely when I say it slows down in the middle of the second half of the second act, it does. It really does. I do want to say though, besides that though, a lot of sequences and scenes that really stuck out to me. I loved seeing towards the end of the film Batman in that dawn color area when he's walking out that one girl that was injured and giving hope to the city towards the end of the film when Gotham's all flooded in that. I really love that scenery right there. That the cinematography in the whole film is beautiful. Obviously some other standouts you guys already know. I love Batman walking from the alleyway or by the train station, coming out into the shadows, just hearing his boots. Sound effects like that is just awesome. Especially another one when Batman flips Penguin's car and then he ends up walking out too, and you hear his boots, his belt jiggling in a way, and just it's so visually pleasing. And I really have to say, I was just thinking about, I like the nightclub Iceberg Lounge fight sequence. I really like that sequence. Obviously it's an amazing sequence towards the end of the film. I guess you'd say the big stopping Riddler goons and that stuff, saving the mayor in the Gotham Square Garden. That sequence is fucking phenomenal. It really is. But I don't know, it's something visually was visually pleasing was the nightclub sequence. I don't know, I just liked it, and there was no score to it or anything. They went based off of the music that was playing in the nightclub, and it was badass. I really did. And I also want to talk about like some other things too, is like obviously we know Pattinson's Batman is 100% badass, but you know, upon rewatch after all this time, I really like his Bruce Wayne. It's so different than what we've got yet, so that's why I really resonate with it, and I'm excited to see where they go with his character in the movies to follow. But like I said, from every single visual shot in this film, it's beautiful. Visual effects shots are amazing in this film. You really can't even notice some of how CGI works with this film, and it was awesome watching the special features of this film after and seeing how they made the Batmobile sequence, that was badass. And it was crazy because I thought some of it was done practically, and not really any of it was done practically. It was mainly on a soundstage, which I thought was awesome. And I just want to say, like I said, great acting. Obviously Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano's Riddler. However, I'm going to speak on something with Paul Dano's Riddler. I love the Arkham sequence with Pattinson and Dano. Confrontation. I love it. However, it does, upon rewatch, get a little bit annoying with Riddler screaming and yelling a little bit too much. It got a little bit annoying, I have to say, over time. I still love that sequence. I really do. But over time, it did get a little bit annoying, I have to say. But a fucking badass score. And the action, like I said, is awesome. But besides that, obviously, you know, Colin Farrell's Penguin, fucking Jeffrey Wright's Gordon. I love that. I love his interpretation of Gordon. It's awesome. And the rest of the supporting cast in the film did a really great job. But like I said this a year ago, and I'm going to say it now. The Batman is a true Batman film. But I do prefer The Dark Knight to it. I've watched The Dark Knight a couple times within that year, and I realized that The Dark Knight is definitely still the better movie of the two, and my rating still stands for this film. It's a masterpiece. I love this film. It's still the same. But I noticed little bits and pieces that, I noticed some bits and pieces of this film when you rewatch it that, like, you wouldn't have saw on your first watching. Riddler, for an example, being up in the apartment during the sequence, I think, when Selina was running out of the Iceberg Lounge, seeing him up in the top corner of the shot, that was pretty fucking cool. And just little nits and bits and pieces of this stuff here and there, Easter eggs, and that you will never catch on a first watch. And watching it over and over, you get to see other cool things, see how other things were going to go down, and like, oh, there was that hint right there. That's what I like about a film, and Matt Reeves did that all over this 3-hour film. And also seeing that deleted scene, I did want to touch on that. The deleted scene with the Joker, played by Barry Keoghan, right? Yeah, Barry Keoghan. I liked it. I just want to see what they end up doing in the sequel. Are they going to use Joker? Are they going to use someone else? I have no idea. But overall, I like that little deleted scene. However, I have an issue, is that they either should have kept that scene in with the other scene that they added in the movie at the end with Riddler and Joker, or took both out. That's my opinion. I think they should have had either both in or both out. They shouldn't have just left one in and left one out. But guys, yeah, I just want to say, overall, the Batman 1 year later holds up. It's a great watch. A portion of the second act drags, like I said, but overall it picks right back up, and it's still a fucking masterpiece. And I'm excited to see which route they go with the Penguin series, because I've been hearing rumors that Pattinson's Batman is going to make an appearance in it, but I just want to see where Gotham's gonna be right after this film, or right from this film to the Penguin series. Is it gonna be still flooded? I'm assuming so. And where does the sequel take place? Because we know the sequel is starting to film in November, and are we going to be going up against Mr. Freeze? Are we going to be going up against Hush? Is it going to be Joker? Is it going to be everybody? It's going to be a no man's land storyline. I'm very excited to see. I want to see him get an upgraded suit. I love the suit in this film, but now it's time to get a little bit more techy, I feel like. And also, let's see some more Pattinson as Bruce Wayne. I cannot wait to see that. Let's give him his business haircut now, or something like that. No more emo now. Now we're out of that phase. So character development up the ass. Let's see it all. And we also know Zoe Kravitz is returning as Catwoman in the sequel too. However, I'm just going to say, if you look at the Batman, she and Pattinson are standouts in the film. I kind of want to get a little bit more spotlight on Pattinson's Bruce Wayne in this second film coming up, and obviously his Batman. But guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts about the Batman 1 year later. What do you guys think about it a year later? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.